Hello, my fellow Extraordinary Americans. My name is Cosmos, and this is Extraordinary America. What is Extraordinary America about? Extraordinary America is about the abolition of financial slavery. It is about the financial freedom of the 99%. It is also about bringing America back from a narcissistic America to an empath America. Why? Well, you see, the definition of what it is to be an American and what America is about has always been about freedom, pursuit of happiness, and basically the opportunity for a better life. But most Americans are not having that right now on the financial front, right? Most Americans are now facing one form of financial slavery or the other. There's been a massive level of wealth and income inequality, right? Lots of people are living from one paycheck to another and they're barely able to make ends meet. And now, due to the coronavirus pandemic, millions have actually lost their jobs and they're unable to find another way to earn income. They're going through a lot of financial stress, like a heavy amount of financial stress, right? Now, over a long period of time, Americans have been facing what is known as stagflation, where there's a combination of stagnant wages, where income is not increasing in proportion to the amount of inflation or the rise in prices and the cost of living that's been going for over a long period of time. This happens when because our currency is a fiat currency system and it's basically being devalued by being printed into oblivion, and large amounts of money are being printed over a large period of time. But now, due to globalization, the fact remains that our jobs are now because of abundance of cheap labor, right? Due to globalization and the outsourcing of jobs to foreign countries, you're basically having what is called stagnant incomes, right? Because now companies can afford to give the minimum amount of like wages and get the maximum benefit. Now, when you combine this with inflation, it leads to what is known as stagflation. And now, in order to maintain the lifestyle that most Americans have had for a long time, right, because of these rising prices combined with stagnant this thing because and the relevant loss of the purchasing power, they take on more and more debt, right, to maintain this lifestyle. And maybe as a result of that, they have to now pay interest on this debt, whether it's car debt, student debt, or basically any other form of debt. And what happens is this creates a form of slavery. It creates basically financial slavery. And last but not the least, which is connected to the first and second point, is that right now we're about to go through a massive economic depression. In fact, we already are due to this coronavirus pandemic taking out a lot of jobs and due to the protests and a bunch of other things, right? But in the near future, what we're going to face is like an economic depression followed by a hyperinflation of the dollar because of the massive amounts of money that has been printed out and put into circulation, right? When the economy starts getting a little bit better, this money that has been put into circulation will start leading to the rise in prices, and this will make life really hard for most Americans. Therefore, this will basically lead to financial slavery, right? So what is Extraordinary America about? Extraordinary America is about the abolition of financial slavery. It is about the financial freedom of the 99%. We do not work for money, we make money work for us. More importantly, it is about bringing America back from a narcissistic America and into an empathetic America through our choice to be empathetic, right? And so, how is this to be done on the financial front? Well, with regards to financial freedom, on the short term, this is to be done by basically investing in scarcity based assets such as gold, silver, and cryptos, which protect you from the devaluation and the eventual hyperinflation of the fiat currency, which is our dollar. And in the long term, this is to be done by number one, the transformation of the 99% into entrepreneurs and investors on the light side. With the goal of financial freedom for all. Number two, the creation of spiritual economic institutions led by Jedipreneurs that basically that have the goal of financial freedom of all for all. They basically provide the basic essentials of housing, healthcare, food, water, and shelter, right, along with civil rights. And basically, they also provide a platform from which people can start businesses and become financially free. Why? Because Jedipreneurs will believe that we are all the children of a one percenter father, who is the father of the universe on the light side, right? And that they're going to act as instruments for him and basically help his children, which is all of us, which is every single human being on this planet and of this entire universe, to become financially free. The third and last point is basically simple, right? The replacement of the fiat debt-based fiat monetary system with the American dream standard or the human upliftment standard, because throughout the ages what we realize is that the father of the universe and all the prophets who have come for him have basically valued the upliftment of humanity over anything else, and that includes gold, silver, or anything else, right? For it is an uplifted human being that is the true store of value, and that is the real money. And so now today, I want to briefly talk about the fact that our thoughts, words, and actions have consequences and how it is being manifested today in America, right? So at this point, what we're seeing is dark side behavior on both sides, on the right and towards the left, right? Towards the right and the left, they're all playing the blame game and accusing each other. And basically, their thoughts, words, and actions are extremely negative. But what I want to tell you is that thoughts, words, and actions have consequences. There's a law of cause and effect, whether you call it karma or whatever it is, right? Which creates a rippling effect, right? It starts as a small ripple and then turns into these vicious waves, right? And our words and the way we think and the way we act and the way we see the world basically affects everything around us, right? And if we think negatively, then that is going to flow into the world. But if we think positively and we hold on to a positive vision in spite of all the negativity that is around us, then things start to change. And I know it's not easy, but that's what needs to be done if we want to create a better world and we want to create a more empathetic or a better America, right? As I told in previous videos, we have two worlds or two sides to us, right? We have the empath or the uplifting part of us, and then we have the narcissist or the downgrading part within us, right? And which one is going to win is based on which one we choose to be, right? Our thoughts matter, our words matter, and our actions matter, right? A lot of times we are in a negative frame of mind, and we need to catch ourselves when we are being in this negative frame of mind, and we got to try to be positive in spite of all the negativity that's going on around us, especially in social media, right? If we want a truly empath and positive America, if we want to understand that that what we call the right or the left, the masculine and the feminine, right? Red versus blue, Republican or Democrat is basically another version of what is like the father and what is the mother, right? You have the father and you have the mother. And yes, it is true, right? In the political realm or in today's realm, they have become narcissistic. But if you've been in if for people that know or have been in a narcissistic family, right, you have to realize that the only way to stay positive and to make the world a better place is to first financially free yourself first, invest in yourself, make the most of yourself, right? Find a way to liberate yourself on the financial front, and then on the mental front, choose empathy over narcissism and create a ripple effect from there, right? You become a star and then you ripple out and make other people stars as well. Not stars in the term of like a movie star or whatever, star in the form of a beacon of light, right? And it's a hard thing to do, right? Because we struggle with ourselves. We have a light side, we have a dark side. Different different people have different versions of it, right? We are all different in different ways, and we all have our own struggles. But we know from past experiences, from ourselves and from others, that fighting against overwhelming odds is something that Americans do best, right? You might have the toughest odds out there, but you can still win if you're determined and you have the right resolve, right? And if we resolve to be more positive and to watch our thoughts and actions and try to bring more positivity into the world, then we can make a hell lot of a difference, right? There's already enough dark side out there in the world already. What the world needs is more of some light. And that's what we got to do, right? It's not easy. I know it's not easy, but we still got to try no matter what. And it comes from the fact that we understand that thoughts, words, and actions do have consequences. Everything we do ultimately ripples out into the universe, and it ultimately makes a difference, whether we realize it or not. It starts out subtly, and then it gets manifested into the real world, right? But if we make a difference and we start to become more empathetic, then things do start to change. Anyways, today was just like a short video, but I wanted to make it clear that that's what I think, that there are consequences to our actions, to our thoughts, to our words, and we can make a difference no matter how subtle it is. Anyways, that's all I have to say for now. If you like what you're seeing in this channel, please do subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.